Sophie, with you being one of just 4 players signed under contract for next season, where do you feel like you guys are at as a group heading into the offseason?
Man, well, it was like 10 hours ago that it became off season for us. I think it's going to be good for us all to kind of step away and get a break for a month or so, get some surgery, hang out, relax with the family, friends. But then after that, it's time to get to work. I think that you saw spurts of what the future holds for us. There's going to be, Dee, don't know if she's coming back. If she's not, that's going to open up a lot of money for us to bring some phenomenal athletes in here. And I know a lot of people want to come here, and so it's an exciting time to not only be in the W, but to be a part of the Phoenix Mercury.
Sophie, you talked last year about improving your handle, attacking off the dribble. Is there anything else you want to add to your skill set this offseason?
I still want to make sure that I'm expanding my range from the three-point line. I think handles could be way better. Coming off pick and rolls can be better. Defensive one-on-one can be better. So there's so much more in my game that I can improve on. I need to go get healthy first and foremost, and then after that, it's time to get to work.
So if you played, hurt on the shoulder for a while,
Yep.
but you also excelled in rebounding, something that the team didn't get better at from last season to this one.
Yep.
How do you plan to help the teammates figure out a way to help improve as a team in that department?
We brought in a lot of great people this year. We have 4 Olympians on our team. We have people who won championships, all-star players. And so for me, I knew that my scoring was probably going to go down, but that means that there was so many more opportunity for me to do better at rebounding, for steals, defense, assists. And so for me, it's just focusing on what the team needs. I think overall, once we all kind of get to know each other more, especially this all season, that we're just going to bond better. Our rhythm, our chemistry on the court is going to be good next year, especially with some of the pieces we might be bringing in and whatnot. But for me, it's just about getting better. Clearly, we lacked size when BG wasn't in the game, and so there's a lot of boards that were, kind of a free-for-all. And at the end of the day, defense and rebounding is hard work, and I'm going to bring that to the table every night.
Despite having the worst record last year in the league, do you feel like this was a success, even though you still barely finished under 500?
Yeah, I think it was a huge step in the right direction. Again, we have a whole new front office, new coaching staff, pretty much a whole new team except for 3 of us. And so you saw sparks of when we were really good. There's also the other times where we didn't look so good at all, and so now it's just about being consistent. But I definitely think that this year, especially as a culture and as a locker room and as an organization as a whole, the feel of it is just way, way better.
Sophie, last night Tosh raved about Nate as a coach.
Yeah.
What is your evaluation of him, and what has that experience been like for his first year in the W?
Phenomenal. I think a lot of people had a lot to say when we first hired him. But I think people really got to know Nate, his heart, what he's going to bring to the table. It was his first year. He had a lot to learn about the league. But he is such a great guy. He's a great husband, a great father. And now he has a whole bunch more daughters now with all of us. And so he's just a really good person. When you have someone that you can trust off the court, it just naturally gives you great chemistry on the court. And I think next year he's going to be better. Our coaching staff is going to be better because they know the league more. They know us as players more, and so I just think it's up from here.
Do you need to have surgery on your shoulder?
Yeah, I've had a dead collarbone, so I've been kind of dealing with that all year, kind of half the year, I guess, and so I'm ready to get surgery on this thing ASAP.
Yeah, and how much do you think that impacted your season?
Well, I joked around, a lot of people didn't even know about it, but I was kind of turning into a lefty. I don't think I've got any practice reps since the beginning of our season with my right hand. So shooting wise, with not even being able, they won't let me shoot or do anything right-handed at practice or anything like that. And so, a lot of people are like, we want you to shoot more, we want you to, and I'm like, I can't. So I think for me, I learned perseverance. I learned to focus on other areas of the game because I was injured. And so for me, I'm proud of myself that I finished the season, because it could have been really easy for me just to be like, no, I'm done. Some days I couldn't even brush my hair. I have that excuse today. I could have definitely brushed my hair today. But no, I kind of was dealing with that for a long time, so it definitely affected, but I'm all good.
Hey Sophie, I have 2 questions for you.
Perfect.
So after you played with Diana Taurasi for half a decade, can you describe her legacy and how much does it mean to the franchise?
Oh my gosh. Describing her legacy is really hard, but I think at the end of the day, I'm just honored and grateful and super, super blessed to even get to be a little part of her legacy. She is one of one. She's the GOAT of our game. She has one of the biggest hearts that I've ever been around. And just her intelligence, not only for basketball but in life, is phenomenal. So I don't know what the cards hold for her. If she's not going to play, I hope she sticks around and helps us as an organization or as a team. But Dee, y'all know she does what she wants, and so we'll figure out what she wants to do here in a little bit. But it's just been an honor and a huge blessing, and I love her to death.
And if Diana Taurasi were to return for one more season, how much would it mean to bring in a 4th championship before she retires?
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. It'd be my first. I'm just trying to get 1. She's trying to get 4. So that'd be pretty freaking awesome if she got that.
The whole mantra of if this is it,
Yeah.
if it is it, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from Dee?
Oh boy. Gosh, there's so much, to be honest. I think at the end of the day, she did everything she possibly could for the game of basketball. She's the ultimate pro. She never took a day off. When I say she never took a day off, like every single day she was doing something to help benefit her body or the game, and that's the ultimate sacrifice. And it's going to be kind of weird. I think she's going to have to find who she is now if this is it. Basketball has been her whole life, but I think for me it's just be you, stack the days 1 brick at a time, and at the end of the day you're going to end up where you're supposed to be.
Are you planning on doing the Suns broadcast again?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. That's going to be fun. We have a kind of a new group, a little bit of old group, and so it's going to be a fun season. I'm super excited for the Suns. I think they brought in a lot of good new people. I heard that they're open gyms and the practices have been going really good, and so I'm super stoked to kind of be a part of that again.
Sophie, between all this attention that women's basketball is getting at the Olympics this year, you guys hosted the All-Star game, how different has this season been compared to prior years?
Massive. I think you have to give a lot of credit to TV companies who are actually putting women's basketball up on TV at the collegiate level, and with that, the rookie class brought in a whole millions of new fans, and I think that's just wonderful for our league. It's going to keep getting bigger and better, and I think with that, that means us as a league, we've got to do things bigger and better. We have to hold referees more accountable. They have to hold us more accountable. So with all these new eyes and this new attention, it's a great opportunity for us to rise to the occasion and become better.
We'll end with Steven on Zoom.
What's going on, Sophie? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Blessed. Thanks for asking. 2 quick questions for you. For one, you guys added a little bit of NBA flavor to your coaching staff with obviously Nate, but also with Kristen Tolliver. Can you kind of speak to the dynamics that they brought to everything in this new culture that you all are establishing?
Yeah, and Michael Joyner. We brought in a bunch of NBA experience, and I think that's just awesome for our league. The NBA, they are around the most freakishly athletic people that you can be around, and so for them to have that knowledge and that experience and then to come to our league and push our league forward, I think that's huge. I know we don't like to compare the NBA and WNBA a whole lot, but I think that when you can combine the two, then you're going to get a really good product, and you saw spurts of that, but now that they know more of our league and how we operate and kind of how we work, it's going to be really big for us moving forward as an organization.
Man, my last question for you is kind of looking at things from Nate and all of the principles that he established. Was there anything new that you learned about the game that you may not have known or known to the extent that you do now, kind of based off of everything he established?
Yeah, I think that the more that, it was my 6th year. I feel like I'm getting so old. My bags get worse every single year, my God. But I do think even just working with the Suns and watching them play day in and day out, that like you get to know basketball really well, the way they move, their defensive schemes, and like once you see them play that way, you don't unsee it. And so for me to kind of have that broadcasting experience, was I'm so thankful that the Suns want to help me out with that. Then you come and you're a part of a coaching staff who knows the NBA, so you do know what they're talking about, and then you can help the younger people who might not understand to kind of get educated on that. And so for me, I don't think it's nothing that I didn't know. Sometimes it's bringing new principles in, you kind of have to rep it out, but otherwise I want to continue to learn. I think they're a very smart staff, and I'm just thankful that I get another year with them.
Thanks, Soph.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks for